You're welcome. All right, we're recording. Thanks so much.
Okay. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. Everybody see my slides? Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Jason High. I'm the academic videographer in the Division of Extended Learning. And this presentation is called Lights, Camera, Learning, How to Prepare for Your Video Shoot, Your Self-Made Video Shoot. Some tips and tricks and things how to improve the quality of your videos that you may be recording in your office, at home, or elsewhere. So some of the topics we're going to be covering today is lighting, the height of your camera and computer or computer, things that you might not think about, but it's very important. The quality of the audio that you're sending out for your video, some computer settings and adjustments, some editing software, things of that nature, and some of the wardrobe choices that I would recommend for you to wear. Just getting over a cold, so I'm going to have a quick sip of tea. Thank you. So lighting tip number one, avoid windows behind you. As you can see, this gentleman has done exactly that. What it does, it backlights you, right? It's making this person very dark, almost like a silhouette or a shadow kind of a look. Definitely not a very quality looking video that this person is producing. So one recommendation that I would suggest, turn yourself around 180 degrees, right? Use that sunlight to your advantage. Use that natural light to your advantage. Gives you a nice, clean, soft look. Outside today, it's a beautiful day to shoot videos because it is cloudy. There is no light change. It's not sunny. And then the clouds come over and it gets dark like that previous image. As a photographer working in news 19 years, I love going out into the field and working with my reporters on days like today because I really didn't have to worry about that issue of being bright, being dark. I would have to constantly ride my iris lower or increase the light into my camera. But if you use the light to your advantage, especially on a cloudy day, you're going to get a nice, clean image like this gentleman is here. Do not use the light coming from your laptop to light yourself for your videos. Simply put, the light coming off your computer, it's the light temperature is 5600 degrees Kelvin, which is exactly what it is outside. It's blue because the different light temperatures being inside, which is 3200, and outside light off his computer is 5600. They're competing. They're fighting against each other. And it's presenting a blue image. So there are certain ways to alleviate that problem. And I will get to that in a moment. This person to me reminds me of Violet Beauregard from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And that's an image that we really don't want to present to students, to maybe other colleagues. You want a nice, clean, well-lit image. Like myself, I'm using the windows next to my couch here to present this presentation. One thing that gentleman in front of his laptop maybe should buy is a ring light. They're becoming more popular now than ever, especially during and after the pandemic. People had no way of going in to work. They needed something to produce some kind of videos from home. Maybe they started a podcast or a YouTube channel, things of that nature. So they went out and they bought a ring light. A ring light will produce an evenly dispersed ray of light around you, so it doesn't give you any shadows under your eyes, things of that nature. Prices range, which is great, from $20, very inexpensive, to upwards of $150, $200, depending on the preference, the style, the bells and whistles, things of that nature. Amazon, of course, has many different choices, and B&H is also a great option. What B&H is, it's a camera, lighting, photography store in New York City that we in Extended Learning have an account with. I believe the marketing team has an account there as well. And anything we need, we send our order right off to them, and it's back in our office within like 2 days. They have everything under the sun. Their prices are compatible with Amazon. So if you don't have an Amazon gift card and you're looking for a good deal, maybe check out B&H. Ring lights, they're in high demand. As you can see, the popularity of them has gone up. They held over 39% of the market in 2021, right in the middle of COVID. The demand for ring lights has topped 6.9 billion worldwide, 2021. And in 2021, sales in India grew by almost 50%. So as you can see, people were getting on board. Hey, I need to produce a video. I need to buy a ring light. Japan led the East Asian market with shares of 54.5%. And Germany holds the European market at 22%. So it was a worldwide phenomenon of buying ring lights for your self-produced videos. Lighting tip number one. Let's go back. Let's think about that gentleman at his laptop. He needed another light. He needed an alternative light that was equal to his room light. So this gentleman did exactly that. They brought over one light for one side of his face, which is good. He also brought over another desk lamp for his other side of his face. So he has an equal amount of light coming to his face and lighting his face. This person looks to be on the road. If you're zooming from a hotel room or in a conference or something and you want it to look great, I would recommend you do this in your hotel room. The height of your camera and framing is also very important. Try to have your camera at eye level. Currently, I have 2 couch pillows under my laptop. So the camera is right at my level. You don't want to avoid up the nose shot. I'm getting a little older. I'm getting a little double chin going on here. We don't want any of that. This gentleman has the neck thing going on as well. You know, maybe if you didn't groom very well in your nose, nobody wants to see any of that. It just doesn't send out a good message to anybody. So yeah, try to avoid the up the nose shot. Going back to this previous image, I'm just using it again. What this gentleman did is used his computer briefcase and put maybe a towel from the bathroom to prop it up a little bit more, right? Raise the height of your computer to be more at eye level. Nobody wants to be talked down to. We want to speak to our colleagues. We want to speak to our students face to face at eye level and treat everybody with respect. The height and camera and framing is very important. As you can see the image on the left, this person is a little too far away. And it's not a very good produced image because you want to have your eye level at maybe 2/3, 3/4 the way up the screen, kind of where mine is now. This person's is on the left is nearly at 50%, way too much headroom above them. And also, if they're just using a computer, they look to be pretty far away from their computer. So their audio might not come out as well. And that'll also depends on the accuracy of your captions that will be self-produced probably or generated. But we'll get into audio in a little bit. But try and have your camera or your computer right at about mid-level. See the image in the center, This woman is perfectly framed, just a little bit of headroom like myself right now. Eye level's at 3/4 of the way up the screen. The image on the right, it's kind of creepy. She's kind of invading my personal space. I can almost see the pores in her skin. Way too close. Let's just kind of keep a little personal space between each other, even as you're producing videos. Take a break here because I got a little raspy throat. Sorry. All right, I touched on audio, but let's get into it a little bit more. If you're dissatisfied with the audio coming from your laptop microphone, try to use a headset. Bring that microphone right to your lips. Clarity will be there. The improvement of your audio will be better. The captions will be better ultimately. We have many people in the Division of Extended Learning that use headsets when we all Zoom together. One of my colleagues, Carrie Mosick, one of our instructional designers, she uses a headset. Her audio sounds great. No one's ever wondering what Carrie's talking about or anything like that. This gentleman is doing the same thing. So if you were to buy a microphone, here's a couple different choices for you. This CAD audio USB microphone, it's kind of like a desktop microphone. It has its own little tripod. It isolates the main audio source, minimizes background noise. As you can see, it has like a windscreen, that silver windscreen on the front. It will eliminate any maybe TV noise or any hum in the room or anything like that from a light, anything like that. It has a built-in feature to minimize the popping P's, which can be a problem if you get too close to the microphone and you're saying a lot of words that has P, it might pop. You want nice, clean, crisp, clear audio all the way through. If you were popping P's, I would maybe move this a foot back so to eliminate those popping P's. Mixed reviews on this, 3.5. Complaints of a hum in the audio, but you kind of get what you pay for. This one's currently on Amazon for $24.99. This one's a little bit higher end. I really like this one. It's compatible and remote. You can easily take it on the road. You can easily take it to a conference in your hotel room. Click it on top of your laptop. It's great for recording voices, music, or podcasts. The beauty is you don't have to worry about angle. You're literally speaking right to your computer, like I am now. That microphone will be set up right on top. So you're never going to be off microphone. Better reviews, 4 stars on Amazon. Good quality of audio, and it's a little bit more money, but not too much, $36 on Amazon. This is a very popular microphone that we use in extended learning. My boss, Greg Ketchum, has one of these. We have a few other of my colleagues that use them as well for their Zoom presentations and Zoom meetings. It's just a USB. It'll plug directly into the side of your laptop, or if you have a tower, it'll plug right into that. Easily compatible with any computer because of the USB. It's one directional. It'll pick up right in front of you. You just put it right off to the side and aim it at you. Comes with its own little tripod. Great reviews. The blue snowball microphone, currently a little bit more, $43 on Amazon. All right, let's get into wardrobe a little bit. Be aware of what you're going to wear when you're on camera. This person looks like she just came out of the shower or just rolled out of bed, put it on a bathrobe, started to create some content for her course. I would not recommend that. Try to avoid stripes, sheer or patterns, excuse me. Anything lace. Try and stick with solid, bold colors. Bathrobes are not recommended. If, on the off chance that you were working with myself or another member of the marketing team on campus, we had this issue over the summer, shooting in front of a green screen. They wore green, nice solid color green, which would be great in your house, great in front of this window. However, in front of a green screen, they disappear. They look like a ghost. They have the floating head just kind of bouncing around. So we couldn't shoot that day. I had to tell the person I apologize. They came back a week later. Nice blue blazer, top, clean, bold colors are the way to go. So tips to improve your wardrobe. White is also very good. As you can see, this person looks like to have a light maybe above them, maybe like a standing room light that they brought over. But the light is reflecting off that white shirt and filling in this gentleman's chin and the lower part of his face. So it'll provide excellent color and light exposure for you as well. So white is just fine. Solid colors, like I mentioned, also great choices. If you're using scripts, this is for self-made videos. We'll get into scripts in a different aspect in a little while. But if you're a little nervous and you can't just quote wing it, maybe for 3 minutes, and you typed up a paragraph or something, practice, practice, practice. Read it 4 or 5 times. Maybe present to another member of your family. And if you're dissatisfied with the recording, just do it again. Sometimes we have kind of a stand next to our computers at our desk that keeps the paper upright. It's fine if you want to bounce back and maybe read some bullet points, come back to your camera, and just kind of bounce back and forth. But again, if you're doing that, this also takes a little bit getting used to. So practice, practice, practice. You're editing your own video at home or on your laptop or even on your phone. iMovie is fine. It's great. Movie Maker is also available on campus. There's the link there. Panopto is a great tool that's becoming heavily used on campus. It's basically, you create 5 minutes, but I didn't like sections 2 minutes through 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm going to just cut that portion out, slide it all together. Very easy tool. And Adobe Premiere Pro, which is what I use, which is what the marketing team uses on campus. It's a little more higher end, professionally based for projects that take a little bit longer, as opposed to just cutting it, putting it together, and uploading a little bit quicker version. But if you're doing that, if you're on camera and you're just taking a little portion out, smashing yourself together, it's going to produce something called a jump cut, where the first clip ends here and the second clip starts here, right? So there's that jarring movement of your head. It's jarring to the viewer. I see that all the time on the nightly news. So try to avoid that. Maybe put in like a wipe just to give it a nice little easy effect. These are very basic that are effects that you can use with all of these mentioned tools for editing. Or dissolve, something a little bit softer that will eliminate that jarring jump from here to here. We have a new additional tool on campus that I'd like to talk to you about. And it's our light board, the Division of Extended Learning. It was put together. We got an IITG grant in 2018. We ordered it. It came in the wintertime, technically, in March of 2019. And it resides in Lanigan Hall. And it's used, can be available for any faculty to use. Just reach out to me. And what it does is it will allow teaching and learning to become a little more visual and effective. When I was a student, I sometimes had a hard time grasping text or reading chapters 2 through 4. I just couldn't quite grasp the message that the professor is trying to convey. So using this light board will help them visually get the message to to their students. It just creates a more human online video that are closer to face-to-face classroom experiences. What it does is it has an LED light around the edge that'll illuminate the text that you're writing on the link. So this is one of our faculty members in the School of Business, Sarah Bonzo. She used this just after COVID, I believe. And this is her a little small video. It's called the Critical Path Method, but this is the light board that we have on campus in use. So I'll play this out right now.
And here, we always want to, when we do the forward pass, we're going to be filling out the top 2 quadrants here in each node. And we're going to use a max rule to help us fill out these top 2 quadrants. This is going to be the earliest time or the earliest start time of this activity. And this is going to be the earliest possible time we can finish this activity. So let's walk through this. This will make more sense once we actually walk through it. So here, activity A, this is going to start at time 0. So it starts at time 0, and then we know it's going to take about 4 months to complete this activity. So we just do 0 plus 4, and we put a 4 in here. The earliest time we can start activity A is at time 0. The earliest possible time we can finish it is going to be at 4 months. So now we know again that B and C cannot start until A is complete. So we're going to bring that 4 months right over here, because we know that B can't start until A is complete. So the earliest possible time we could start activity B is going to be 4 months. We add the duration for this activity, which is 3 months, and that's going to give us a 7 here, which is the earliest possible time we could finish activity B. And we're going to pull this 4 over here to activity C as well, plus 6. The earliest time we could finish activity C is going to be at 10 months.
So this is a longer format video. I think this lesson maybe went 14 minutes. But as you can see, this is a self-made video in a way. Sarah was working with me. I took care of reserving the time, setting it all up for her. She came in. I lit her. As she was writing that, everything she wrote to me, the viewer, was reversed. So what I did is I took it back to my office and put an effect on that clip called horizontal flip. What it did was flipped everything around so all of us, the viewer, can see what she's writing and can read it clearly. That's done in Premiere Pro. It has a lot of different higher end effects that I used on that video. So these are just some of the things about me as the academic videographer here on campus. I help produce high quality professional videos for your online courses, primarily course introductions and instructor bios. So a little bit of the nuts and bolts of what the students are about to partake in with the course, and a little bit of a kind of a getting to know you specifically and how you came to SUNY Oswego, your academic journey in your undergrad and how you worked your way to SUNY Oswego. Questions can be asked to you on the day of the shoot. If you have a video shoot with me, I have a set list of questions for an instructor bio and course introduction. They're a little bit different, but I'll share them with you in advance. You kind of gauge like what I'm going to ask you and kind of come up with some bullet points in your head. Or I can share them with you, and if you opt to use the teleprompter, you can come up with an answer, write it out, eliminate those questions, mash all those answers together, and that will be your script for the teleprompter that we have in Extended Learning. It's a kind of a news teleprompter that mounts to the front of my camera. So you're like a news anchor for 3-4 minutes. It's been a very popular tool. We just got an IITG grant to do a large course on accessibility, which will be launching very soon. Not every single, but probably 85% of those videos use the teleprompter. It eliminates the ums, the ahs, maybe if you lose your train of thought, keeps everything clear, concise, and on track. like it says here, it just gives your video a more polished feel to your video. If you're opting to use the teleprompter with me on any video shoots that we may have, please share your script with me a day in advance so I can upload it into our tablet, which sits at the bottom and will reflect off the mirror so you can read it clearly for the teleprompter. And a little bit more about me. Since arriving on campus in May 2016, I produced over now 400 high-quality videos for our online courses and programs. Something I'm quite proud of. All our faculty and staff have been very pleased with the work, so I just want to keep that going. Videos can be shot in a conference room on campus. I have a couple spaces that I like to use. Your office is also an option if it's a quiet space. If you're near an elevator, like I heard a woman mention in the last Zoom session, I would not recommend shooting videos in a space like that. It's just distracting to the viewer who could be watching your video. Or a quiet, well-lit space on campus, something with maybe natural light. I also have a light kit. It's a little bit dim. I can light it professionally for you. I've also had faculty, if they, I live in Baldwinsville, I'd rather not come all the way up to Syracuse or all the way up to the main campus to shoot a video with you. Sorry. Well, if you live in Baldwinsville or if you live in Fayetteville or Manlius, come on down to the Syracuse campus. I live 3 miles down the road. I'm in Syracuse myself. I love spending the day shooting videos with faculty in Syracuse at our Syracuse campus. There's a lot of available spaces, quiet conference rooms that we can use together to shoot your videos. If you're interested in working with me for any reason, again, primarily course introductions or instructor bios, here's the QR code for that, as well as the link. And that's the end of the presentation. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to take it. I will stop sharing. There is the QR code for the presentation slides. Well, I appreciate everybody's time today. I hope you picked up a few tips to help you produce some self-made videos.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you, Danielle.